Starting off with our burrito tortillas. Next, I'm coming in with 2 pounds of our cooked chicken, and this just is from rotisserie chicken, and we're gonna spread that out in our large pan with our tortillas. Beautiful. Now I have 1 bag of my medium cheddar cheese, and we're gonna sprinkle that right on top of our chicken. You can use whatever cheese you like, but this is the more traditional cheese for this flavor palette, a flavor palette that everyone loves and knows. Now I have 10 pieces of bacon that are cooked and cut, and we're just putting that right on top of our cheese and our chicken. Now I'm gonna come in with my favorite ingredient. We have our ranch dressing, and only the best, Ken's Steakhouse ranch dressing. If you know, you know. And we are gonna do a drizzle of our dressing. It doesn't need to be perfectly spread because we are gonna give this a little mix. I know, call me crazy. You can mix it in a bowl if you prefer, but you guys know that is not how I do things. All right, that looks great. Now to add some more creaminess, I do have some sour cream, and we're gonna use this whole container of sour cream. This is the 16 ounces, and if you don't like sour cream, you can use cream cheese, but you know, you don't need more cheese in this when you have all of that cheddar cheese. And we're just getting that right in there. Perfect. And if you thought that was enough ranch, you are severely wrong. We have our buttermilk chicken ranch seasoning, and we're gonna use this whole packet. The buttermilk chicken one is my favorite. You guys need to try it if you've never have, but this is just gonna really bring the punch and season everything nicely. Okay, time to come back in with that rubber spatula and get everything combined. Oh my goodness, all of those scents smell absolutely delicious. Now you can obviously cook your own chicken. You can make your own ranch dressing. You can use whatever seasoning you like. You kind of get the gist of everything. You can shred your own cheese, but this is gonna be delicious no matter how you do it because all of these flavors just complement each other so well. I think that the term for this flavor palette is called crack chicken because it is so good. It's like crack, but this is gonna be absolutely delicious in this form with our tortillas. So let's make sure we get this all mixed together. Okay, we are just making sure that we have this spread nice and even in our pan with these tortillas. You probably could do this on a sheet pan too, but I just like the extra room of the pan, but that looks great. I'm so excited. We're gonna come back in with our last tortilla. So we did use all 8 of our burrito tortillas. We're gonna put that right in the center, and then it is time to fold in the rest of our tortillas, just like so. Super easy, and it just sits nicely in our pan. Beautiful. Last but certainly not least, we're gonna just do a nice little butter wash. This will just help that tortilla get nice and brown and a little crispy. I mean, it is kind of like a crack chicken quesadilla, but family size. This will feed about 6 people because you can cut it into 6 pieces, serve it with a nice little salad or, you know, some garlic bread, whatever you want to serve this with. Everyone will love it, especially kids. All right, that looks great. Now this is gonna go into the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. Okay, that was my 15 Grand's biscuits that we smashed into our pan. Now I'm coming in with my 2 pounds of cooked ground beef, and we're just putting that right on top of our biscuits for this super easy dinner. It is super accessible, super delicious. Anyone can make it. It is great for a weekday dinner if you're coming home late from work and you want something tasty. And this is gonna feed a crowd. I'm actually making it for a potluck. I've made this before as just a normal dinner, and everyone raved about it. So I figured I'd bring it to the potluck today because it's so good. On top of that ground beef, I'm gonna add some diced onions, and this is 1 whole white diced onion. I'm gonna just sprinkle this right on top. You can saute your onions beforehand if you want them a little bit softer, but I love onions. I love a little crunch, so I am just adding this entire raw onion right on top of our ground beef. Delicious. Now I'm coming in with my burger seasoning, and we're gonna season up this entire dish. I absolutely love burger seasoning because it has everything you need all in one seasoning. But if you're picky about your seasonings, you can just use what you like. But I love this because it really just adds to the dish that we're trying to create. And we're making sure to add a nice layer of that seasoning right on top because this is what's gonna bring some fun and yummy flavors.
Smells good.
Yeah. Now, to make sure we have lots of moisture, we have our Thousand Island dressing, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this entire little mini bottle right on top of our entire dish. Now, you could do a mayo ketchup blend. You could add some mustard to this, but I love Thousand Island. You kind of just want to choose whatever sauce you like on your burgers and go with it. But I am a California In-N-Out kind of girl, so Thousand Island is my favorite. And we're gonna go ahead and make sure we get all of that out so that everything has lots of dressing. Doesn't that look delicious?
Oh my goodness, yes.
All right, we did our best and that looks perfect. Now I'm coming in with my sharp cheddar cheese, and we're gonna add a lot of cheese to this because the more cheese, the better. Now we're kind of, like I said, going for like a burger kind of style, but in casserole form. So if you like American cheese with your burgers, you could use that. If you like Swiss, you can use that, but I am a cheddar type of person, so we are adding about a bag and a half of our sharp cheddar right on top, and you can grate your own cheese if you like, but I wanted this to be super fast this time, so we're just using the bags of Kraft, which is so good. Now I did have some more rolls of our biscuits, and we're gonna go ahead and open these up because we are doing a layer of biscuits on top as well. Woo! And we're gonna grab our biscuits. Whoa. And we are going to place these right on top, kind of in the same place we had our first layer, and we did have one from our other package, and we're gonna go ahead and add another 15 biscuits right on top. And I want these to get nice and buttery and browned, so we're gonna add a little bit of a butter wash onto our biscuits. This is just like 3/4 of a stick that I had left over that I melted, which should be more than enough butter to get this nice and golden. Oh, I'm so excited because this is gonna be a delicious cheeseburger casserole. It is so yummy, and like I said, I've made it before and everyone loved it. So you can adjust everything to your liking. You could even do crescents instead of the biscuits, but I think the biscuits kind of play off of the idea of a bun, which is why I like it. And we did smash those bottom ones down so that they'll cook a little bit more evenly, but this is ready. All right, I have my oven set to 350, and this is gonna cook for about 45 minutes. All right, that was 2 large packages of my Little Smokies beef. Now we're adding our petite potatoes, and these ones do come washed. I have 3 bags total for this easy dinner. Now I'm coming in with 2 large cans of green beans that I did drain. That's gonna go right there. You can use fresh or frozen if you prefer. I have 1 whole onion that I diced, and I'm just gonna put that right there. I like the lines because then you can see all the ingredients I'm putting in here, and it's easy to follow the recipe. Now I'm gonna bring in my 2 sticks of melted butter, and into our melted butter, we're gonna add our Cajun seasoning, and we're gonna season this heavy because that is a lot of food. We are bringing this to a potluck, and I think it is gonna be a hit. Now you can adjust the veggies to your liking, the meat to your liking, but I love this kind of Cajun style meal. All right, once we have about 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning in there, we're gonna bring in our minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic or garlic powder, but we're gonna add a few scoops of our garlic in there because we wanna make sure we can taste that garlic. All right, that was about 3 tablespoons of garlic. And now we're just gonna give this a quick mix so that it gets fully combined with our butter. Ooh, and I think we might need a little bit more seasoning. It's not the color I want it to be. You could also use a Creole seasoning if that's what you like more than the Cajun seasoning, but I had this Cajun seasoning already and I wanted to use it up. Okay, and once that's nice and mixed together, we can go ahead and drizzle this onto our entire pan. Now this is one of those super extra large aluminum pans, which is perfect for potlucks. I'll make sure you get all that garlic on there. But don't worry, we're gonna give this a good mix. Let's just make sure we get all of that yumminess out. Beautiful. All right, and we put our food grade gloves on, and now it is time to mix everything together. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get that butter and that seasoning evenly distributed, those onions just tossed in there. This smells absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to get this cooking. I know that Cajun seasoning is just gonna bring the most delicious aroma to our home. And then I know that everyone who tries this is going to love it. Now, if you don't like green beans, you can swap it out for like okra or whatever kind of veggie you like. And you can do whatever kind of meat, like you can do a kielbasa, but I think this looks absolutely delicious. But you gotta make sure to use the petite potatoes or else they won't cook fast enough. Okay, we are going to put this into the oven at 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. Half a dozen of sliced yellow onions in our large aluminum pan, and we're just spreading that out from edge to edge. That looks great. I have here my beer bratwurst, and we're gonna go ahead and open up our package, grab one of our brats, and then I have some thick cut bacon, and we are going to wrap our brats in our thick cut bacon and then place it on top of those onions. Now we are feeding a lot of people today. I've had so many guests come in and out of my house, so I always like to make sure I have plenty of food to feed anyone and everyone. So we have about a dozen bratwurst that we are going to use today with all of those beautifully cut onions. I was crying all day preparing this, but I am so excited to get this cooking. So let's go ahead and get all of our bratwurst covered in our delicious thick cut bacon. Perfect. Now that we have those brats wrapped, we are going to come in with our spicy Dijon mustard, and we are going to add a generous amount of that mustard right on top of our brats and onions. This is going to bring all of the flavor. I absolutely love this spicy mustard. We want to make sure that we get a good amount so that you can taste it in every bite. Now, if you don't like onions, this isn't for you. If you don't like mustard, this isn't for you. This is all for me. Now I have some sauerkraut, which I absolutely love, and we're gonna kind of just distribute that here and there. You don't need too much of it, but I do love this sauerkraut. It's super delicious. I mean, and you can't do a bratwurst without some sauerkraut. So we're kind of just doing little pinches of it right on top. I think every little dog will get some on top of it. And we're just gonna do that super quick. You can skip this if you don't like sauerkraut. I would say this is the one negotiable ingredient out of all of these ingredients, but I think it's gonna be absolutely delicious, and we're almost done here. We just have one more thing. Perfect. And I'm gonna add some cheese. I have my triple cheddar cheese, the Tillamook, which I absolutely love, and I'm gonna add this on top of my entire dish because I just feel like this needs some cheese. Bacon, cheese, onion, cheese, they just go together hand in hand, and this is just gonna add a nice little sharpness with the triple cheddar, but you could do regular cheddar or you could just skip the cheese altogether. But I do have 2 bags of my triple cheddar because this is such a large recipe. Obviously, you could just do 1 package of your brats and just do 4 of these by itself, but I am doing this because I have a lot of people over, like I mentioned, and this is such a great like potluck weekend kind of like barbecue. You could throw this on a barbecue and that would be actually really fun, but I am doing this all inside using the oven. Okay, that looks great. Now we are gonna pop this into the oven at 350 for about 55 minutes. All right, look how beautiful that browned up. It smells absolutely delicious. It is time to cut this. Oh yeah, that's how you know it is crispy. Get on underneath here. Oh my gosh, that looks so cheesy and delicious. Oh, I cannot wait to give this a try.
Is it good?
Wow. That is absolutely delicious. You guys are gonna love it. Oh, this smells so good. Look how beautifully golden brown those biscuits are. Oh, I am so excited to dig into this. Let's go ahead and get some of this. We're gonna make sure we get that bottom biscuit. Looks delicious. Woohoo. All right, let's give it a try.
Is it good?
That is amazing. Just as good as last time. You gotta try it. Ho, ho, ho. This smells absolutely incredible. Some of those dogs got a little sear on them. The potatoes look perfectly cooked. It is time to dig in. Of course, we gotta give it a try before we serve it up to our friends and family. Oh my goodness, I am so excited.
Asian butter looks so good.
Yeah, it smells incredible. Get a weenie and a potato. Ha ha.
Is it good?
Oh, this smells so yummy. Look at that crispy cheese on there. It looks absolutely incredible. Okay, we have our plate and then we have some crispy buns here. Let's go ahead and grab one of these, and then I think I'm just gonna grab one from the front. Oh, look at that. Looks absolutely delicious. And of course we need to grab some of those cheesy onions right on top. I mean, dinner is served. All right, I'm gonna cut this in half so we can see that beautiful inside. Oh yeah, perfectly cooked. Yummy. And I did tempt them too, just to double check to make sure that they were perfectly cooked.
Is it good?
Wow. That's a good one.